I apologize in advance if I sound like a frog. I feel 100%, but for the last 4 days now, I've just had a nasty cold. It's crazy because I got it from my youngest who has cystic fibrosis, and she's like passing this virus, this sickness with flying colors. I feel like I'm on my deathbed, or felt like I'm on my deathbed for a long time. I'm good now, but the voiceover is going to be a little bit raspy, so I apologize in advance. But listen, the bills don't pay themselves, so we got to get to the store, so we have work to do. So let's get moving.
I got to practice what I preach a little bit more because it probably took me 3 or 4 passes before I looked this item up. I always say, even if it looks basic, just scan it, look it up. You never know. You'll be pleasantly surprised a lot of the time. And on maybe the third or fourth pass, I finally scanned this and I was like, whoa. So it's Mr. Coffee, hot chocolate maker, iced latte maker, brand new sealed. I'm always checking the seals to make sure that they're original and they haven't been resealed. Both of the seals on each side of that box looked perfect. So I listed it for 100 and I bought it, listed it, sold it, and shipped it all within probably a 12-hour period. Sold very, very fast. Great comps on that. Definitely look for those. If you find it pre-owned, you might get $20, $30 for it. So if it's brand new and open box, you can push it closer to 100. Just lucky for me that it was brand new, so got that thing sold really quick. I didn't like the Sakuchi pots and pans that you saw underneath. There just wasn't enough data for me to make an informed decision on them, so I'm gonna leave those behind. And all of the other things here are just kind of random. Nothing that I feel like I can work with, but especially the leaf because I couldn't see a signature. But the cocoa maker, great find. I think it was, $10 that it cost me. So $10, sold it for 100. Amazing. I may have, if the glass wasn't broken on one of these condiments, picked up this. I think this is just like a glass condiment caddy. It was hard to determine what the brand was. I couldn't find a mark on it, but that glass right there is broken. So that's just going to be somebody else's problem. And the variance between prices, some of these selling in the $20 to $25 range, and then ones that were a little bit more intricate, maybe possibly more along the lines of being antique rather than just vintage or old looking, selling in the $100 range. But with the broken glass, I'm not going to mess with that. I have to leave that behind. I do like the piece. I wouldn't have a problem shipping this because I'll just use the big bubble wrap. And I think I can fit it in a heavy duty box that's like on a smaller size to get it there in one shape. But it's a moot point. The glass is broken. So we're going to pass on that. And then I'm just looking at all of the other pieces. Amber glass here. This candelabra of sorts was made in Italy, but I don't know most of this. And without a mark for me to look up, it's not going to pass the eye test for me because I'm an amateur when it comes to sourcing those types of things. So we're going to move on. Look for some holiday items, some Christmas items in the holiday section. This store doesn't have a ton of Christmas items or holiday items out just yet. I would imagine in the coming weeks or so, they're going to fill these shelves up. These pieces are mud pie pieces. They're brand new. I like them. What are they priced at? $7? I can't remember. $6, $7. I passed on them because the comps weren't good. But in the past, I've sold and I've done very well with brand new mud pie items. Which ones they were, one of them was like a chip and dip set. Some other ones that were brand new. Pre-owned, not so much. So the fact that those looked like they were brand new, at least, forced me to pick them up. But comps weren't that great. So we'll leave those behind and check the top of the Christmas shelving. I just don't see anything here that I can work with. Some interesting, like there's an angel here that looked kind of nice, but I'm assuming it's generic. Just nothing here that I think I can work with. No ornaments, nothing that like is hidden. It's pretty thin. So we'll end up checking out another part of the store. I'm selling a lot less Christmas items this November than I did, I think, at this time last year too. So I don't know why that is. I can't really explain it. I'm still looking for those items here. This is an interesting tiki glass that popped up right as I was passing by, but I'm still up this November over last November, and that's been a trend here for me for a while now. Okay, this brand is Chrome. I've never heard of them before. There's 2 items that are brand new with tags. This is the Folsom 2.0 shorts. It looks like even pre-owned, these are selling upwards of $40 to $45. I'm not exactly sure where I'll price it because it's new with tags. And yeah, it's November, it's shorts, but I've got a new brand, so I have to try it. I don't care what season we're in. brand new with tags. Maybe I'll list them for $50, $55. If you have never seen this before, this is why I like sharing these items, because it's brand new to me. So hopefully it's new to you as well. So there's that pair, the chrome Folsom short. And then at $11, I'm going to take these as well, the Madrona 5 pocket pant. Again, because it's new with tags, maybe $60, $65. I'm not familiar with it. So what I'll do is I'm checking when I'm in store the sold comps on the phone, on my phone, but then I'll go to my desktop to try to get a larger picture and go into therapy, go back 3 years, see if I can get any more additional data to help me price them. But maybe 60 for the pants, maybe 50 for the shorts. I'm going to let the Sea-Doo, but I'm going to leave both of these wetsuits behind because I don't think that they're worth more than maybe $30 to $40. They're both brand new with tags. I couldn't see what the price was, but let's leave those behind. Chrome, brand new to me. Hopefully that's a new one for you as well. All right, next thing here, the Elizabeth Taylor White Diamonds I think it's a Barbie doll. This is Mattel. Does it say Barbie on it anywhere? It doesn't matter. The comps on this are very good. A good number listed, but an even better number of sold. I think I'm going to list this one for $40. I feel like one of the carts that came out in this store recently was a bunch of the things that they may have put on Shop that didn't sell, Shop Goodwill. And so sometimes they'll roll those items out into the store if that doesn't happen. I don't think the Rosie O'Donnell doll has any value. I didn't look it up because I've done that in the past with those Rosie O'Donnell Barbie dolls, and I just remember always seeing comparables that were no good. But the Elizabeth Taylor, even at $9.99, which is what they're charging me in the store, I think I can sell it for $40. The box looked like it was in pretty decent condition, so just another good surprise right there. I'll take 40 on 10. That's no problem. There was a Wilson glove that I may have looked up, but the weather. I'm under the weather, so I'm losing my mind. The leather looked like it was starting to fall apart, so no good on that. And then this brand of boot, I forget what the brand was, but when I ran the comparables, it didn't look good. So initially I was like, well, maybe these boots will be nice. I'll check them out. It didn't turn out that way. The belts, no value there as well. This one here I think was broken. And so I think just a lot of this came from maybe Shop Goodwill, and they just dumped it all on this cart. To no avail for me, save the doll, which was a good pickup. But yeah, the boots are no good as well. So, okay, I'm definitely going to pick up this Carhartt coat, even though it is a youth size 14, 16. What I'm noticing, and your experience might be different, but I think the Carhartt prices for jackets like these, whether they're adult sizes or youth sizes, are higher this year than they were in 2023. When I'm looking at the solds for even the vintage coats, it looks like the prices are even higher, the sold prices, than they were in 2023. I don't know if that's your experience as well, but even this coat in the youth size, I couldn't find the model number on this one, quilted interior, hooded. I still think I can get $40 to $50 for this one, but it looks like I don't know if it's interest in Carhartt is just prices in general. Maybe it's a combination of both. Definitely higher for me in 2024 than they were all of last year. And that's a good thing. So continue to source Carhartt. Not every single piece is going to be a home run, but it looks like prices going up for a lot of Carhartt items. I grabbed this off of a rack. Let's actually go over to that rack to see if I missed anything. I'm checking the pockets, make sure there are no holes in this coat, but I saw it really quickly, so I grabbed it because I recognized the sleeve. But then let's check to see if there's anything else on this rack that I may have passed up or missed. Dockers. I don't think there was anything else on this rack. I thought this might have been Johnny Was. It was Urban Outfitters, and it's still nice. I'm not a dress, November. I know dresses sell year round. I get it, but I'm going to leave that behind. It's another one that I haven't seen before. Dark Seas Division, International Waterman Society. Dark Seas is a brand you do want to look up. I didn't think I could get more than 20 for that style of Dark Seas hoodie, so I left it behind, but there are plenty in that brand that do sell for decent money. So if you ever come across that tag, make sure you look that up. The PJs look like vintage. I'm still going to leave that behind. Too basic and plain for me. And then Adidas Sonoma, we've seen all of this before. None of this has any value, so I didn't miss anything. I'm happy with the $40 to $50 Carhartt, but it's the next item that comes out on a fresh cart that is the really exciting one. So what you're gonna see is a sculpture. And I've been looking at art and I've been looking at sculptures a little bit more just to try to diversify the things that I'm sourcing. And this piece is a piece of art from 1916. It's called The Kiss. The artist is Konstantin Branuski, and it's just basically a stone block. It's limestone, and it's two people embracing. And you can see on one side it's a male, and on the other side it's a female. The male is just ever so slightly taller. The female's eye is slightly smaller. And the tag on the bottom, the gold tag, would have had more information from like I think it's the Philadelphia Museum of Art on it. It would have detailed it a little bit more, but you could see that it was inscribed. And what a piece. I think based on sold comparables, if I can get my pictures correct on this item, that I can sell that for $150. It is a remarkable find. I think they had it priced at $10, but it's one of those things where moving forward into 2025, if I'm going to grow and I'm going to do it as a single owner operator of this business, if that's what you call it, I'm going to need to step out of my comfort zone and learn some new things. And the sculptures, the like trinket aisles, those things, trying to make my eye a little bit better trained on things of that nature. That's how I think I'm going to grow. And that piece was like just such an exciting thing to have discovered. It was very heavy. I'm going to say probably maybe 10 to 15 pounds, pure limestone block. Very interesting to look up. And I'm glad I found it. I don't see anything else that looks, I think, as exciting or interesting, or is something that maybe I should make a second guess on this cart. But I'm absolutely happy with that. Another one, $100. 150. I think I'm going to end up pricing it at 150, and then it'll sell in maybe the 125 to 150 range. But a great find. Super happy to be able to share that with you. And then the last thing I'm going to grab is just me imagining this on someone's head makes me laugh. I might actually need it myself, going a little bit, losing a little bit of hair year by year, but eye growth hair rejuvenation system. You put this thing on and I don't know, it's supposed to bring your hair back to life. I don't know exactly how it works. And I haven't done the research on if it is a medical device or not. So you may or may not be able to sell this, but if you can, the comps look good in like the $50 to $60 to $70 range pre-owned. But I don't know, maybe I'll try it for a week and see if we can get some of this hair to come back in the back of my head. But to reiterate, you have to check sometimes. Just because some things are listed and you can see solds for them doesn't necessarily mean that it's okay to do so. Some listings slip through the cracks. I don't think that thing qualifies as an actual medical device, but I could be wrong. So you're going to have to do the homework on that end. But I think that is going to be it. A lot of new things to share with you in this video, and I feel like at this point my voice is about to completely give out. So let's cut it off.
All right, like I said before, even though I'm feeling a little bit better, I still sound terrible. So I think I'm just going to lay down and probably take a nap or so, and then pick up where I leave off, get some listings done. So that's it. That's all I've got for you. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll catch you in the next one.